Hi, my name is Matt, and this is video 3 of my 6-part series, Okies. Each story in this series tells an aspect of someone's life who's connected to Oklahoma, and this is Chelsea's story.
I've been doing the Sear Wheel for 2.5 years now, almost. So this Sear Wheel disassembles into 5 pieces, so I can transport it. I was a hula hooper first, and just looking at all the hoop videos on the internet, I came across a giant hoop, somebody spinning inside of it, and I thought, that is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I want to do it. But then I found out they were super expensive. I held off and kept just watching videos. I got kind of obsessed with it. The final decision to finally get one was made when I went to a workshop, and it was by my friends Kelsey and Jeremy Philo, who own Inspiral Circus, and they're out of Tulsa. And so I went to their business workshop, and one of the pieces of advice that they said was to do something that nobody else is doing. And I already knew that no one else in Oklahoma was doing Sear Wheel, so I decided to be the first. That was what made that decision. And it was a combination of filming myself and watching myself, just putting in a lot of time where I had no idea what I was doing. I was just spinning it, not even being in it, just watching how it moves, trying to get used to its movement. When I first started this, I was really committed, and I had already taught myself to unicycle at that point, so I knew that I could teach myself something if I really stuck with it. And then with this though, it's a lot harder. And a few months in, I definitely thought that I had bit off more than I could chew, and that I felt dumb. There was a time that I wanted to give up, and it was in between the time I was waiting tables for a long time, for the past 10 years, and I'd gone to college on and off, but I never had any, I didn't know what my dream job was, and I didn't really ever stick with things. And then when I decided my dream job is going to be performing and teaching kids through circus performing, it was a year between the time that I decided to be a performer and my first paid performance. So there was a lot of self-doubt in that time, and a lot of I don't know what to say when people ask me, what do you do? Because I knew that there was something I was trying to do, but no one had paid me for it yet. I don't get to perform Sear Wheel as often as I would like, mostly because I think people just don't know what it is. And I'm trying to bring more circus variety to Oklahoma. When I went to Chicago to compete, preparing for that competition made me really take my training more seriously, and I learned a lot. I made a lot more progress in that time because of that being a motivator. Seeing other people doing Sear Wheel after having been the only one. After I did that competition, I knew that I wanted to keep sticking with this. I'm really glad I did.
I was supposed to perform with Julia for spring break at the Gathering Place in Tulsa. So they hired Inspiral Circus to come and walk on stilts and do interactive stuff with hula hoops every day of spring break. So I get to Tulsa like the night before, and we have all our costumes ready to go for each day. It hadn't been canceled yet, but they wanted to let us know that we wouldn't be sharing any props. So instead of like interacting with people with hula hoops, like there would be no sharing of hula hoops and no sharing of juggling balls and whatnot with the kids, and we would just be seen and no touching, no contact. And then the morning of the first day, we had our costumes on, we were almost ready to go, like makeup on and everything, and they called us to tell us that day they decided to cancel. Julia and I were pretty bummed out about it, but we decided to still try to make the most of the day, so we went to the gym to juggle and practice. It was all right, but both of us were feeling pretty nervous, and there was just this looming sense of uncertainty about everything. Then while we were at the gym, we got the call that the rest of the week would be canceled too, and that we wouldn't be performing at all. Yeah, we were both just so disappointed that it got canceled.
Is there anything that you're able to do during this time that you wouldn't have been able to do without such an extreme circumstance?
That's definitely something to think about, yeah. A lot of people probably go for a really long time without ever taking a break, and being forced to slow down is nice sometimes.